Fanatics, my name is Feeeeeed, and today we are going to be continuing Ace Academy, right where we left off. We just got done attending one of our classes. This blonde thought came to me asking for my phone number. Actually gave me her phone number, and whatever reason I gave her my phone number, but yeah, that happened. Guys in class were like, oh my god, what'd you do? How'd you do that? So yeah. Let's just jump right into it. We ended class and we were just asking, hey, I wonder what we should do. So like, hey, we're gonna do something. So let's do it. Who should we go talk to? Almost I don't remember the rally, but that was the blonde thought. Should we talk to Kaori? I don't know, guys. What should I do? My use a little too quiet. Let's talk to Kaori. My stomach complains loudly for food. Hopefully nobody else heard that. At least I have plenty of time to grab lunch before my next class. There's a cafeteria on campus which I've eaten at a couple of times. The food is cheap and surprisingly good. Way better than the cafeteria in CINY, but the options are limited. I've heard the Palace Lounge has some decent options, and the daily specials incorporate cuisine from other cultures. It might be worth a look. I navigate to the lounge. Luckily, there isn't a line. They reused the... Oh, wait, never mind. It's the same place, right? I think so. Luckily, there isn't a line. I hope that's because I beat the lunch rush and not because the food is bad. Pushing those thoughts aside, I walk up to the bar.
What do you have?
I saw the limited menu on the wall behind the bartender is a chocolate daily special written down. Cheeseburger with fries. Hell yeah! Burger and fries! It must be my lucky day. I've been craving a good burger ever since I landed in Japan. I'll have a burger with fries.
Special. Burger and fries coming up. That'll be 873 credits.
It's not bad. She written so something. Did in Texas. After paying, I move over to the side and wait for my lunch. Then in a few minutes, he slides over a tray with a juicy burger and a mound of fries. Can't wait to start eating this beast of a burger! Picking up my tray, I scan the Palace Lounge for an empty table. Most are occupied by single students, focused on their own food or studies. As I'm debating whether or not to join a random student, I spot a girl with reddish orange hair sitting alone. It's Kaori! I breathe out a sigh of relief and make my way over to her. Hey! She looks up to me.
Oh, hi.
Mind if I sit here? She shakes her head. Thanks. I place my tray next to her bento and sit down. Kaori refocuses on her meal and eats in silence. This is pretty awkward. Should I speak up or stay quiet? She seems really focused, so let's just stay quiet. Whatever, Kaori. She'll probably freak out if I try to talk to her while she's eating. Something like, stop distracting me while I'm busy, idiot. Pick up ketchup packet and squeeze the contents over my fries.
You're really eating that?
Yes. Huh? Kaori finally looked up from her food and examines my
Burgers
meal.
are very unhealthy. They are full of fat and very high in calories.
So that's why we eat them, right? Yeah.
The fries are even worse. Those are just empty carbs. And the average meal holds the amount of sodium an average person needs in a day.
It tastes delicious! That's what makes it taste so good. Kaori leans back in disappointment and shrugs.
Whatever. It's your choice.
I glance at her bento. It's an assortment of simple maki rolls. I think I pronounced that right. I'm just glad I'm eating this instead of that. Now, sometimes it's nice to eat something tasty for a change. Aw, look at that. We got a little picture here. I am one sexy man! She frowns in irritation.
What makes you think my bento isn't tasty?
I was sitting real close to her, and I have to point this out, by the way. I've known her for, what, a couple of days, maybe? I'm like, look at this! Let's on the foot! Leave room for anime Jesus! What makes... I take another look at it, then smirk. You don't need to get so defensive. I'm sure it's healthy, but that barely looks seasoned. Oof! Kaori shoves a maki roll in my mouth while I'm mid-sentence.
Don't judge it until you've tried it.
Wow, this is surprisingly delicious! It's light with simple ingredients, but each bite is packed with flavor. Kaori quickly retracts her chopsticks when she realizes what she's done. Her cheeks flush. Huh? Give me another piece. Let's do that one. Let's mess with her. I open my mouth wide. Ah! Kaori's face reddens even more.
doing?
Tsundere! Feed me again!
What do you mean again? I wasn't feeding you.
This is great. Don't be so shy, Kaori. Come on. So leaning my head closer, she scoots to the far end of the booth.
Stop acting weird.
I feel bad for the pilots. We're probably making a huge scene right now. Voice cracks in embarrassment as she buries her face in her bento box. That's great. I like it. We ended up finishing our meals in silence, but I'm glad I was able to learn a bit more about Kaori. Did she make it herself? Can she cook? Cooking is waifu material. Remembering that the team rankings, I'm best waifu, that's the case. I cook sometimes. We're supposed to be posted this morning. I take out my phone and notice an unread email from the school. The rankings are posted online and can be accessed through the web link. I tap on the link embedded in the email and wait. Page doesn't load. The damn thing still isn't working for me. There's a note at the bottom of the email saying a physical copy of the ranking is posted in the pilot's lounge, so I head there. I was just there! That'd be me. That's exactly what I'd be saying. Upon entering, I noticed a crowd of pilots on the opposite side of the wall in front of posted ranks. They're surrounding a smiling guy with white hair and showering him with praise. Pushing past the crowd, I eagerly check the board and search for my team. My stomach twists into knots. I really don't know what to expect. Once I find a team, I breathe a sigh of relief. Rank 21? That's not bad at all. The pilots beside me are still talking, and I tune into their conversation.
Congratulations on being ranked #1 again this year, Akira.
Akira, huh?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thanks, guys. But it's actually my team who deserves the congratulations. They all fought really well.
I like his voice acting. It's pretty cool.
Still, you were a big reason why your team got first rank. I watched the match, and you were amazing out there.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I wonder if he's really that humble. Let's find out.
Don't you already have a sponsor too?
Yeah,
Who is it?
it's Eludian Enterprises.
That sounds familiar.
I've heard their weapons are pretty cutting edge.
Wow, you're so lucky. You basically had a sponsor waiting for you.
Before anyone else can reply, a group of girls cut through the crowd to read the rankings. A tall girl with long, dark hair steps forward and squints at the board, then she cheers excitedly.
We made it to the top 10.
As she jumps with excitement, my eyes are drawn to her chest. But I look away before I catch myself staring. Glancing around me, it seems like I wasn't the only guy she distracted.
Serious, May?
One of her teammates pushes past to double check the post. Is her name May?
Of course I'm
May
serious.
Satomi, okay. Of course I'm serious.
You're in ninth place. That's not bad at all.
Especially considering how long we've actually practiced together.
That's true.
Kira joins May.
Congratulations on your rank, May.
Thank you, but I'm sure it means nothing compared to being #1.
She flashes him a warm smile and rubs her arms, squeezing her chest together in the process. Ooh, she has a thing for Akira. Akira falters for a second, then shakes his head and speaks earnestly.
No, you girls are pretty impressive. You're a new team, right? Formed over the summer?
May nods.
It's not often that a team who hasn't had much chance to practice and learn from each other is able to make top rank. You have every right to be proud.
Thanks. That means a lot.
I can't believe Akira just said we impressed him. I know.
Do you already have sponsors too?
Not yet, but we aren't worried. We've had a few companies reach out to us today.
Dang.
It must be nice not to worry about sponsorship. I think my team and I will go through the SBA to get a sponsor.
What's the SBA? Alright, what SBA? What's that? I do a quick search on my phone. A website link for a student-run association pops up on my school network. Ah, it's a sponsorship bridging association, a student association that pairs sponsorship opportunities with different teams. Sounds simple enough. I click on the more information tab. Why should your team get a sponsor? The SBA prides themselves on pairing appropriate sponsors with Ace Academy teams who have proven their ability in battle. These sponsors fund teams for their repair costs as well as provide them with equipment improvements. It's a mutual relationship, benefits both the team through equipment costs and repairs, and the sponsor by giving them greater exposure and an opportunity to advertise through their teams. I skip to the rest of the website, looking for an on-campus location that's to stop by and see if they can help us with the sponsor. So for location, I find the stupid student volunteer list, and the name pops out at me. Yuna! I didn't know she's part of the SBA. Maybe she'll be willing to help us out. It's a bit loud since those groups of pilots are still talking, so I moved to a quiet corner and dial Yuna's number.
Hello?
Hi, Yuna, it's Dahlia.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Explain the situation. I'm fine, how are you?
Quite well.
Great!
Do you need something?
Get straight to business, huh? Yes, I did. I came across the SBA website today. Noticed your name was on the volunteer list. Are you still part of that association? I was looking to get our team a sponsor, but wasn't sure how. Then I heard a few students talk about the SBA today and figured I'd check it out. When I saw your name, I just had to ask.
I'd be happy to help you find a sponsor.
Really? You don't mind?
It's no trouble at all. I'll check in with the association in the morning, and I'll be sure to keep you in the loop.
Sweet! Yuna's great. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Do you need anything else? I don't mean to rush you, but I've got to head out.
No, that's all.
Okay, then I'll talk to you when I have something.
Yeah. Great, thanks again for help.
Anytime. See you around.
Yep. See you. Phone clicks as she hangs up. At least we're one step closer to getting a sponsor. I hope. I glanced at the time. It's still early in the evening. What should I do? See if Nikki needs rides home. Let's go hang out with my sister. Punch in Nikki's phone number and wait for her to answer. You gotta be that good big brother, you know.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Nikki, I'm pretty much done here, so I was checking to see if you wanted to ride home. I know Kaito's out again, so maybe we can do something fun, like go to a
Would
movie?
you rather go with your girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend! Nikki laughs.
I wouldn't say that so loudly.
What a douche. I glance at the students walking past, giving me strange looks. Oops.
Anyway, I guess
Nice.
you'll be seeing that movie alone, because I already made plans with my friends tonight.
Boo! Really? What kind of plan? I'll join you! Let's be that annoying, big brother. Why don't we all hang out together?
I don't think so.
Why not? Your friends love me!
Yeah, that's exactly why I said no.
That's fair. This game is amazing. Are you worried that they like me more than you?
If that were possible. Don't you have your own friends you can hang out with? It's weird that you're trying to hang out with mine.
Yeah, I
You were
guess.
good. Go bother one of them.
Before she hangs out before I can reply. With the show, I gotta think about who else I can call. I'm thinking of Shou or Yuna. Oh, man, I don't know. I really kind of want to hang out with Yuna, but at the same time, Shou was a bro, and he got me on the team. So let's go hang out with Shou, actually. Let's see if Shou wants to hang out at the arcade or something. Our colony picks up after a few rings. What's the cyber skirmishing? I'm showing a date! Let's go to the arcade! Or training. You busy?
Yep, I'm on a date right now.
Oh! Of course! My bad! Enjoy! Sorry, didn't mean to disturb you. I'll leave you to it.
Wait, bro,
What a
I was
douche!
just kidding.
Before I peek at my microphone. Oh, okay.
I'm glad you think I can get a date, though.
I mean, I'm not a douche. Okay, maybe I'm a douche. This is awkward. Anyway, want to move up at the arcade? So hanging up and headed out to the arcade. As I enter the building, I spot Shou waving at me. So as I join him, he leads me deeper into the arcade before headed. I don't know why. Where are we going?
To a game which will showcase our skills.
But the gear simulators are the other way.
Not those skills.
Are we about to do DDR? Okay, never mind. No, we're not. We're good. Shou steps in front. Oh, the theme song is back. Shou steps in front of the shooting game and pulls a gun out of the
Shall
holster.
we see who the better marksman is?
The game has inbuilt sensors so we can duck to the side, take cover, or peek out, and the game will read down movements. It's a team-based game, but it sounds like Shou wants to turn into a competition. You're on! I'll be raised the
I
stakes.
like the sound of that. What were you thinking?
The loser buys the winner lunch for a
I
whole
never took
week.
you for a gambling man.
They keep saying spicy, feeling lucky. It's not gambling when the results are already known. Ha! A little overconfident. They keep saying spicy. He thinks it's interesting.
All right then. May the best man win.
We throw a couple of tokens into the machine. Once the game loads, we jump straight into action. Shou takes the lead. And leads us straight into an enemy encampment.
Falling behind? Ah!
Watch, we have enemies spawn on Shou's side.
I'm pinned. Give me some cover.
Help, Shou. It's still a team game. Alright, I'm going in. I'll take out the shooter, spinning him down.
I knew you'd pull through. Time to finish off this wave.
Yep. We cleared the game, however, we weren't fast enough to make the leaderboard. Maybe if we hadn't spent the beginning competing, it might have been
Not
different.
bad.
Yeah. After a shooting match, we head to the gear simulator.
No way.
There's a long line which snakes around some of the other gaming stations.
Well, I guess I should have expected this.
Oh, there's so many
It's
people.
because of the new update to the simulators.
Update?
The arcade has new prototype weapons by Eludian Enterprises installed into the sim.
Oh, nice. Huh, I wonder what kind of weapons.
Not sure, but I can't wait to find out.
You're pretty excited about this. He scratches his head and wears a sheepish grin.
Yeah, it's because I really do like gears.
Fair enough. Well, what got you into them in the first place?
Oh,
Sure looks like he's struggling to find the words.
nah, it's stupid.
I'm sure it's not. You can tell me. It's strange to see him look so serious. After a few more seconds of hesitation, Shou finally speaks.
I got beat up a lot as a kid.
Oh. Now I feel like a jerk. I didn't know. He takes a deep breath.
I was always the one being picked on in class or after school. That's why I hung out alone a lot. Then one year, my mom bought me this sweet gear action figure for my birthday. Man, I loved that thing. It was
This
so
music
awesome.
is very dramatic. I give him credit for that.
But the kids from my class, they pulled it from my hands and laughed as the leader smashed it against the concrete.
What dicks! Oh man.
I sat there, my eyes red from crying, and I thought, if only I had a real gear.
Uh-huh, and this is the part you tell me your father was a mastermind behind it all. He did it to make you stronger.
How did you know?
What? Shou looks at me with amazement.
Nothing gets past you, huh?
So, what's the real story? Shou shrugs.
There isn't one. There's just a feeling,
What a
you
dick.
know?
Get me going.
Being inside the cockpit, your hands on the control panels, and the only thing you see out of your visuals is down the barrel of your opponent's rifle.
Me like the thrill. Didn't take you for an adrenaline junkie.
That's not exactly it. In a match, everyone is an equal. You could be the son of the president or missing a leg or whatever, and none of that matters.
That's fair.
All that matters is if you have what it takes to win.
Okay. Well, matches aren't really equal. If you're the son of the president, you can have the best equipped gear in the nation, which will obviously give you advantage over the gear with the average equipment.
True, which is why matches held between standard gears are my favorite. Then it really is based on skill alone.
That'd explain why the training, he just want to do like the standard equipment. Shou's unusually serious and speaks in earnest. Although he's still smiling, it's not his usually goofy grin. You might come off as someone who doesn't take anything seriously, but after what he just shared, I get the feeling this facade hides a mind that is observant and alert. Interesting.
I don't share that with a lot of people. I don't think they'd understand.
I don't really know what to say. Luckily, Shou's signature grin
Anyway, good
returns.
talks.
You can talk to me anytime. Got your back, bro.
That's great, because there was something else on my mind.
Oh, crap. Wow, so soon? Shou just laughs. The line dwindles as we've been talking, and before we know it, it's
Looks
our
like
turn.
you're next.
Well, what do you want to talk about? Oh, my voice is cracking. Thank you, Scoob. Alright, Shou and I take our places inside the simulation pods, and we continue to battle each other until Shou has to leave. Fair enough. The audio was acting real wonky just then. When I get home, Uncle Kaito is lounging on the couch with his feet up on the coffee table and staring intently at his laptop. Mountains of papers and folders surround him with few loose pieces strewn across the floor. Uncle, hey Uncle, think you home? Clearly startled, Kaito spins to face me and loses the rest of his papers in a scattered mess. He rubs his eyes before letting out a resigned sigh and kneels to pick them up. I've been down to help. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
It's not your fault. Sometimes this house can be too quiet.
Quiet? I guess that means Nikki isn't. Why is she home yet? He gives me a weak smile. I can tell he's tired. Kaito's been working late almost every night since Nikki and I arrived. I hope he's not overworking himself. Handing back all the papers I collected, he begins sorting them into a folder again. Can I help? He hesitates and shakes his head.
Thanks, bud, but I've got it.
I sit beside him anyways. What are you working on?
Just some work stuff.
Right. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't really know what Uncle Kanto does for a living. Oh, well, Kaito. I think I said Kanto. Oops. What kind of work stuff?
A lot of things.
I knew it! He's a secret agent! Okay, I can take a hint. I fell silent, not wanting to disturb him any further. After a few seconds, Kaito glances at me. Yeah, I just don't want to bother you. I can tell you're busy.
Oh, no, you're not bothering me. I'm just a little distracted since I'm doing a final look at our contracts for the restaurant.
Although that being said, contracts. Don't you have a department that handles those?
Yeah, we do. But as regional manager, I have to look at them first to make sure they include everything we discussed. Then I send it to the deal desk to make sure all the legalese is correct and that there are no hidden clauses.
He passed this pile of papers closest
We're
to
opening up a new cafe in the next month, hence all the new contracts.
Fair enough. Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually, it won't be too far away. You know that empty lot in the strip mall?
That's the one that's been under construction?
Yep, that's where it'll be.
That's pretty close. I'll have to stop by after it opens and check it out.
Have you been to any of our other restaurants yet?
Please do not be disappointed. What does that even mean? Time to wing it? I didn't even know you managed restaurants until now.
Really? When you were little, I used to take you there when you visited. Don't you remember?
Kind of. I didn't know those were your restaurants.
I used to bring you food straight from the kitchen.
I was 5. I thought everyone did that. He laughs. That's
Fair
funny.
point. Well, if you get the chance, you should try the place near the park. It serves Western-style cuisine and is very popular in Isukaze. I know it won't be exactly like the food you had back in the States, but I'd be curious to see how you like it.
Ain't no McDonald's! Sure, that sounds great. He grins at me before turning back to his stack. I should probably let him work. I'm going to go upstairs. Good luck with all this.
Thanks.
Kind of worried about Nikki. I don't know why she's at home yet. I head to my room and do another quick search on the SBA, then decide to check out what other clubs are at Ace. Looks like there's a club for everything. Tennis, cooking, business, culture, etc. At some point, I vaguely hear voices downstairs. Nikki must be home. After a quick convo, she comes upstairs and I hear her shut the door to her room. I continue to search for the net, but after a while, my eyelids start to droop and I crawl into bed before drifting to sleep. My alarm snaps me out of my slumber. With a groan, I reach outside my blanket in search of the coveted snooze button. 5:45. Hey, it's not no 5:45. It is too dang bright to be 5:45. You've possessed me to set my alarm at such an ungodly hour. Oh right, the physical education class I had this morning. Any normal human being would have picked a more reasonable time for this course, which explains why this time slot was the only one available. I climb out of bed, beginning my morning routine. After getting ready, I head downstairs to an empty living room. Kaito and Nikki must still be asleep, like any other normal person. I power feast through breakfast and head on my way. Uneventful drive later, I'm waiting outside the gymnasium. Some zombie-like students wait with me. The rest are passed out on the campus benches. Fair enough. I'd be that fool passed out on the bench. Cheerful voice, too cheery for the current time of day, breaks through my reverie, and I see 2 familiar faces approaching. Shou is beaming, and I can't say the same about Kaori. Her eyes are hardly open, and she yawns, barely mustering a nod of acknowledgement. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I went Kaori in this one. Rub my eyes, barely able to stay conscious.
You're not a morning person either?
Nope. Before I get a chance to reply, Shou smacks my back hard and I stumble a few paces. Kaori staggers too. She whips around and stomps a foot towards Shou. Her drowsy expression is replaced with one of fire.
What was that for?
Just waking you both up for a wonderful day
I was
of
respect
gym
both
class.
of us. Nice. Kaori and I both shoot piercing glances towards Shou. I'm going to end him.
Not before I do.
Shou steps back, his hands going up defensively. Whoa, bro, whoa.
Whoa, guys, chillax.
Nailed it.
so scary.
What's up with you two picking this as your time slot for this course?
We could ask the same for you.
I was transferred into the program late, so this is the only class available. Kaori crosses her arms.
I guess that makes sense.
And you guys?
We were originally in a later class, but decided to change out.
Any reason why? Shou looks at Kaori. She sighs before shrugging her shoulders.
Remember when we told you about us
Okay,
forming
I
our own
figured as
team
much.
because it didn't work out with the previous one?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah?
Let's just say we all decided to pick the same gym class to train together, but as you know, it didn't work out.
I see. Sounds more like a falling out. Shou rubs the back of his head.
Something like that. In any case, we figured it'd be easier to switch out than deal with that awkwardness every week.
Fair enough. Drop it for now. I don't want to be too much into it. I guess that makes sense. We hear it click as the building door unlocks.
Sorry for the wait, everyone. We had a little issue with the gym schedule, but that's now been resolved. Please make your way to the locker rooms, then meet at Gymnasium 3.
Awesome!
Which
We'll
gymnasium
see you
do you
there,
have?
Kaori. Come with me, Brosif.
Brosif. So you're using that. Brosif! Shou pushes me towards the men's locker room. We quickly change to our uniforms, and Shou and I head towards the gym. Whoa. That's a stadium, not a gym. Even with all the training equipment inside, the space still feels huge. What the heck are you doing, Dino? What are you doing, weirdo? The place still feels strange. Flags and banners from past victories hanging on the wall. Sorry, Dino, I didn't mean to hit you. Typical of Ace Academy, everything looks pristine.
Hello?
Yeah. Shou's voice snaps me back to reality. Yeah, what's up?
Jeez! Zoning out like that when I'm asking you such an important question? It's almost like you
I don't know what you
don't
said.
care.
Sorry, what did you ask?
Favorite flavor of Dongo?
Oh, Dongo! That so reminds me of Clanad, or Clanad, whatever you want to call it. Dongo, Dongo, Dongo. Sorry, off topic. I think he and I had different definitions of what is an important question. I suppose it's something in my peripheral vision distracts me from answering. Whoa! A group of girls enter the gym wearing nothing but their panties and a t-shirt? This can't be right! I rub my eyes, but the magical sight remains in full focus. That's what everyone... What's going on?
Huh?
Huh? Girls are just walking around with their panties. Shou glances excited, but deflates a second later.
What are you talking about, Brosif?
Are you not seeing this?
See what? Girls wearing their gym uniforms?
It's incredibly revealing! Shou stares for a moment.
I still don't get it. That's what they've always worn. Actually, now that you mention it...
I watch the Shou's face reddens.
My God! What have you done?
I am sorry, it's my Western American ways.
I won't be able to focus in this class anymore.
Come on, I could have been the only one seeing this.
Were. I was desensitized to this from childhood because my memories never associated this attire with perversion, and thus there was nothing to be perverted about.
Sorry. What the heck are you talking about?
Oh, man, I'm too distracted to think clearly.
What are you two yelling about?
Oh no, is it gonna cut to it? We both spin around and say, Kaori, she's wearing that, wearing what no one in the right mind would dub a gym uniform. Her porcelain legs are completely free of blemish, and the way the material shows off her body makes it clear she works hard to stay fit. What have I done? How can she wear something like this? Swiggity smoothie and come for that booty. No! That's bad. Her exercise routine is yielding superb results. How can she wear something like this? They're expecting you to wear something so revealing, Kaori. Oh, shit. Probably shouldn't have done that. She quirks an eyebrow, her hand stiffly going to her hip.
What are you talking about?
Your pants, or rather the lack thereof. She looks down for a second before shooting me an unimpressed glare.
This gym uniform offers the most range of motion.
I suppose that makes sense. What do you think, Shou? Shou doesn't respond. I'm sure he's been zoned out the entire last few minutes just staring at her. Kaori sits uncomfortably, tucking one leg behind the other. Kaori stomps forward and slugs Shou on the arm.
Stop!
Hey, why are you only mad at me? He was doing it too.
What are you doing, Dano?
He's just an idiot. You are doing it because you're a
That's not
pervert.
fair! Shou crosses his arms defiantly.
Because I admire the female figure from a safe distance away without their knowledge does not make me a pervert.
You're really not helping your case. Dot dot dot. Oh, shit. I skipped the back. My bad. By the way, have you guys thought about what we should do for a sponsorship?
Not quite.
No.
No. Shou and I both glance at Kaori in surprise as she crosses her arms.
You're usually on top of this stuff.
I've been busy. This team isn't the only thing I focus on.
Oh, yes, sir. Before Shou could say anything else, I intervene. That's okay. I might have a lead anyway.
Really?
She doesn't need to sound so surprised. Yeah, do you know the SBA? They both nod. I know somebody who works for them. She agreed to help us find a sponsor. Shou claps me in the back.
This is why I chose you to join our team. You make things happen.
Are you sure it's not because I was the only person available? Kaori snorts, but Shou is unfazed.
That too.
That too. Shou is about to speak again when Kaori shuts him.
Quiet. Class is about to start.
Stuts. Did you hear that? Is that me or did she say stuts? The professor waits for the room to quiet down before he begins the class. Here in America, that wouldn't take like 30 minutes because people don't shut up. The professor dismisses the class and the three of us file out together. My muscles are already fatigued and my limbs tremble. I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow. Shou groans.
My legs feel like they're on fire.
It was me this entire work week. I grunt in sympathy, too tired to respond. Kaori power walks ahead of us.
Class wasn't that hard.
Shou and I stare at each other. I whisper to him, "How is she doing that right now?"
She's a cyborg, a human mecha hybrid.
Nice. Makes sense to me. This game is awesome. Once we're outside, Shou waves goodbye.
That was fun. I got some stuff to take care of, though. I'll catch you on the flip side, Kaori, Mr. Broseph.
Same. I'll talk to you guys later.
We all say goodbye. Let's go talk to Mayu. I haven't actually talked to Mayu at all. Let's see if she's available. I go to the library to study. I sit down at a secluded desk between the stacks of books. After a couple of minutes, I hear a muffled thumping. It's someone's trying to quiet their jumping. Following the noise to a nearby stack, I see Mayu balancing her toes, trying to reach a book on the top shelf. Her fingers barely graze the ledge of the shelf. She tries a dainty hop, but still fails to reach the book. As she sighs, she pouts and rages herself to try again. Intervene. Stifling a laugh, I walk over and easily pull the book that she needs. Mayu blinks at me as I hand it over.
Thank you.
She hugs the book close to her chest and stares shyly at the ground. No problem, it seemed like you could use some help there. Her cheeks redden as she nods. I take another look at the book she's holding. Hey, isn't that Piloting 101 textbook?
Yeah.
I thought so. I guess you're working on the assignment now?
Yeah.
She gives me a strange look. I only know this because I have to retake Piloting 101. I'm not stalking you or anything.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
Shou.
That's good to know.
There's a long pause. Mayu refuses to make eye contact with me, and I'm worried I might have scared her when she suddenly
Why do you
speaks.
have to take Piloting 101 again?
As soon as the words leave her mouth, her eyes grow wide and her blush deepens.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
I can't help but grin at her reaction. Nah, don't worry. It's a normal question. Basically, my credit from the CINY didn't transfer. Apparently some of the material is different here for the introductory course, but so far everything we've covered has been the same. I hate that.
Oh,
I've heard about that happen all the time. I think it didn't happen to my girlfriend, but I know people it's happened too. When they go to different college, it's like, stuff didn't count. So it's just like, really? Yeah, that said, since I've taken this class before, if you ever need help, feel free to ask me. She smiles.
That would be great.
You send in silence again. It seems like she wanted to ask me something else, but is too shy to say it. Would you like any help now?
Sure. But only if it's not too much trouble.
Of course not. I always have time for my friends. Her eyes meet mine. When I say friends, she quickly looks away. Another blush stains her cheeks. Despite that, she smiles and nods. We sit down at the desk together, and I go, desk together, and I go over my notes with her. As we settle at the desk, I pull out my tablet, and Mayu pulls out a spiral notebook. She opens her textbook and flips to the correct page, and opens her notebook to a fresh page, her pencil at the ready, as she begins to read the text. I watch her curiously as she meticulously writes her notes in fine print. Oof, my apologies. After a couple of minutes, she looks up and eyes me again for a second before she looks away. Blush stains her cheeks. Man, she is shy as heck. Is it Dairy? Are you writing your notes? Why do you seem self-conscious?
Yeah.
We flash back to the year 2000. I'm not gonna be rude. It's really cool. It's awesome. She blinks surprised.
You don't think it's weird?
I shake my head. No way, people are too dependent on technology these days anyway. That's kind of true, actually. It's kind of weird me saying that 'cause I'm on YouTube making videos, but you know, I can see that, yeah. I noticed my tablet, including me. Ah, my bro. Mayu smiles.
For me, I just learn better when I write it down.
That's fair. Some people learn more hands-on. Really? She nods. How did you get into that habit?
I wasn't allowed to have electronics when I was growing up.
She was secretly an Amish. I hope it's Amish. I won't look like a fucking retard. I can't remember the last time I was out without my tablet. How did you survive? Mayu giggles.
Well, it wasn't so bad. I think that's where I got my love of books. I wasn't allowed to play games very often, but Father always encouraged reading. He said he didn't want me to get distracted from my studies, so that's why I wasn't allowed to have a tablet.
Sounds strict, but yeah, fair. Sounds like your father takes your education very seriously.
I was in high school when I got my first tablet, but by then I was so used to using a pen and paper that typing out my notes felt unnatural.
The move off and walk in. Well, the one upside of writing all the time is that your handwriting is really neat. I wouldn't be able to read my notes if I wrote everything down. Same. Mayu giggles.
I'm sure that's not true.
I read somewhere once that a person's handwriting can say a lot about them.
Really?
Is that true? I'm a mess then. Well, your characters are all very neat and small. Your strokes are slightly rounded, not angular or spiky.
What does that mean?
You are an introvert. It means you tend to be more shy and avoid confrontation. You also have a tendency to be more creative. Mayu seems pleased.
That actually sounds accurate.
The handwriting doesn't lie. Anyway, we should focus on the assignment.
Right.
She turns back to her text and I return to mine. As I'm reading, I see Mayu glancing at me out of the corner of my eye. Oh. I look up.
Well, do you think you could explain this passage to me?
It's a passage on core maintenance, which core maintenance, get it? Just kidding. Which, judging by how well her gear held the last battle, I'm certain she already knows. I grin. Of course. Continue to help her until her assignment is complete. I'm basically done for the day, but I don't feel like going home yet. I wander the campus aimlessly as I decide what I want to do. Check out the quad. What is the quad again? Hang out at the Pilot's Lounge. I need to do my education. Yeah, I said that on purpose. What is the quad? Don't. Check out the quad, wherever that is. It's a gorgeous day. I don't want to be cooped up inside. I'll go to the quad and see what's happening there. It's like the gymnasium kind of place. I remember briefly passing to the quad last week, so I have a vague idea how to get there. Mostly I just follow the greenery. After a few minutes, I spot the open lawn of green grass. A couple of guys are running around the yard playing some sort of game. At the same time, a bunch of students are having a picnic in the shade of a giant oak, and a few other are reading on the benches lining the yard. Something flies towards my head, coming dangerously close to my eyes. Duck. Instinctively, I jump down as whatever it is flies over my head and lands softly in the grass. As I walk over to collect it, I realize it's a frisbee. Two boys join me when I pick it up.
Thanks for getting that for us.
No problem.
Sorry about that. Butterfingers here can't aim to save his life.
I can't either.
That's not true. It just
Slipped a little. It's okay. First guy squints on me, then his face lights up in recognition.
Wait a minute.
Oh no, it's these guys.
You're the chick magnet.
What?
Oh yeah, from
Crap.
the foreign exchange class.
Remember us?
Yeah.
It's awesome that you're here.
And that, yeah, dawns on
Hey,
me.
you want to play with us?
Yeah, you should join us.
Why not? Sure. I shrugged. These guys are a bit excitable, but otherwise don't seem so bad. Okay, I'll play.
Awesome.
Let's move away from other people so there's no chance we'll accidentally hit anyone. Again.
Good idea. These guys aren't too bad. I learned that they're from Korea and have been inseparable since childhood. So North Korea or South Korea? Or are they combined in this game? What does the future hold? My phone rings and Yuna's name flashes on the screen. Sorry guys, I gotta take this. It's been fun. You guys nod and wave at me. I answer the phone as I search for a secluded spot to talk. Hi Yuna, how goes the search?
Actually, that's why I called you. I have some good news.
Oh, that's good. What is it?
I got you an interview.
Oh. Already? It's only been a day. How'd you do it?
Lots of phone calls.
Man, she's working fast. I laugh. Thanks, Yuna. This is great.
I know. It's with Warp Tech Corporation.
I nearly dropped the phone. How did you get a major player like Warp Tech interested in us?
I told them the truth. You guys are a strong, up-and-coming team. And with the right sponsor there to support you, you'll be unstoppable.
Thanks. You definitely have an advantage if we had access to Warp Tech's weaponry. When is the interview?
Yeah, about that.
Her hesitation is ominous.
Your interview
Oh my lord!
is tomorrow.
Yikes! Haha! Good one. Any second now. Cashin Hutcher. Oh no! That's great. He's gonna jump out and say, "Well, have a good laugh."
Huh?
Is this isn't a joke?
No, I'm serious. It's tomorrow, and you need to be there.
I need to call my team. I don't know if they'll be able to make
You
it.
don't all need to be there. As long as one member of the team is there, the interview can happen. Can you make it?
I need time to prepare, especially if I'm going alone.
No, I'll be there. And as a member of the FBA, I'll be taking the lead in presenting your credentials. I've got everything under control.
Alright, I'll make my own preparations tonight and meet you
Great.
tomorrow.
I'll meet you in front of the library after class.
Thanks again, Yuna. I owe you one.
It was my pleasure.
We both hang out. The first thing I do is send a group text to my team. Got an interview with Warp Tech tomorrow afternoon. Can any of you join? Okay, if can't, I have it under control. The minute after I sent the text, I received a reply from Shou, which is no surprise. He's always freakishly quick to respond. Bro stuff, I'll be hanging with Fritz on the dock plan. I literally have no idea what that means. I text them back. So you mean yes? Haha, you're funny. Good luck and let me know how it goes. Screw you, Shou! Thought you were my bro stuff. At least I got my answer. One down, 2 more to go. Still got some time left before I need to go home. Let's go hit up Yuna. I feel kind of bad. I feel like doing something active. I don't just want to lift weights. I've heard there's a recreation center. Always has lots of activities going on. There's bound to be something there I can do. So go hang out with Yuna if she's available because she just hooked us up, right? As I walk in, the first thing I notice is how much natural light shines into the room. The facility is huge, but it doesn't feel overwhelming. There are signs leading to the different gymnasiums, even a pool. There's a locker room nearby, and I take advantage of the facility to change into my gym clothes. As I continue to explore, about tennis courts filled with students playing matches. A few students crowd the sidelines waiting for the court to be open. Yuna is among them. She's standing alone, stretching out her arms. I head over to greet her. Hey, Yuna.
Hi.
She seems surprised.
I didn't expect to see you here.
I didn't expect this to be here, to be honest. She chuckles. So you play tennis?
A little, just for fun. Do you play?
I'd only play if someone invited me to, not so much of my own.
I see.
But I do enjoy the game. So you waiting long for the court to
Not
free up?
too long. Plus, I'm next on the wait list, so once the court opens up, I'll be able to play.
Who are you playing against? She shrugs.
Anyone who's available.
How about you and I play a game then? Suddenly, seems shy.
Sure, but I have to warn you, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't played much this season.
Looks cute in this outfit. Don't be modest. I think you're just being modest. Bet you're a really skilled player who consistently wipes the floor with your opponents. She blinks a surprise.
But what gives you that impression?
I shrug. This feeling that I have.
Must have a
I'm
lot
about to
of
get
faith
wrecked.
in me.
Yeah. I can't play with no equipment though. Is there something I can borrow? A racket?
I actually have an extra you can use.
Ah, look at Yuna on top of it. Great, thanks. Court opens up and you and I take our place on opposite sides. Since you're feeling a little anxious, why don't you serve first?
Okay.
Please, I insist. She smiles her thanks and nods. As I settle in place, I give my racket a few experimental swings. Okay. Once ready, I nod. Yuna tosses the ball into the air, and I pull back her arm. She pulls back her arm. There's something crack, her racket connects with the ball in a powerful serve. The ball whizzes towards me at lightning speed. Oh, I missed. Whoops, I mean to click that. It speeds past me in a blur, too fast for me to catch it. What the heck was that?
I'm sorry.
I glance at Yuna's worried face and snap out of my daze. It's fine, I wasn't expecting that, but I'll be expecting your next one. She smiles and prepares for her next serve.
Love.
15 love? What does that mean? She bounces the ball a few times, preparing herself before the serve, then she throws it overhead. The next serve is just as powerful. The ball is zoomed towards me. Hit. Gets to the tip of my racket. The ball flies erratically, but it makes it over the net. Yuna smoothly parries it back. The longer we play, the more I'm able to keep up the volley. Yuna's face is set in deep concentration, but she easily counters my hits every time the ball flies over the net. And if this is how she plays when she's out of practice, then I'm not sure I'm ready to face her at her peak. So the game is over before I know it. I could compare to her. She won 6-2. It's not too bad.
That was a good game. You did really well.
Thank you. You're being too kind. It's clearly a one-sided game. I'm not sure I believe that you're out of practice. You were amazing out there. Yuna's cheeks are flushed from both the match and from embarrassment.
Thank you, but I really don't deserve such praise.
You have nothing to be embarrassed about. Even at your worst, you're still better than me.
That's not true.
Are you part of the school league? She shakes her head no. You really should consider trying out.
You think so?
Definitely. She seems pleased but shrugs.
Thanks, but I'm not sure I have time for that kind of commitment.
That's fair.
Hey, are you guys finished?
We turn and face a pair of students walking onto the
Oh,
court.
yes, we just finished.
Actually, we were wondering if you two would be interested in a doubles match.
Doubles match? You and I glance at each other and we both break into
Sounds
grins.
like fun.
Yeah, let's do it!
Great. You guys can serve first. Good luck.
I retrieve the ball and tosses it to Yuna. She catches it and preps to serve. I don't think these two know what they're in for. Alright, I'm going to call it here. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for the next episode. This is probably be my favorite game that I'm playing right now for the channel. It's just so funny, so quirky. It makes me laugh a lot. It's great. Got me a couple of times. It got me right in the feels. But yeah, please just stay tuned for the next one. And if you feel so humbled, like and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.